I suppose that there's a lot about history that I don't know, but I don't think there's, even in the days of Hitler, I don't think that, because Hitler didn't lie. He was just full of hate for Jews. Hitler didn't lie the way Trump does. When you look at the fact that the Southern Baptists and the so-called white Christian nationalists, well, I mean, you could look at Joseph Smith and the Mormons or Latter-day Saints. That was a bunch of lies as well. Or you could look at Farad Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad and Yaqub. That's a bunch of lies about, so that's all lies. So I suppose it's not unique that these white people in the Southern Baptists, calling themselves Christians and Puritans are Christians, know that Trump is a liar. They also know he raped little girls. They know that Trump, probably the biggest rapist that ever walked upright on planet Earth, is Donald John Trump. He and Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell raped 9-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls. Trump, everybody knows Trump raped me. Talking about I'm completely exonerated. No, you're completely guilty. And these white Christians that go to church, these white nationalists that read from the Bible, talking about make America great again, they know that Trump is a rapist of children. They know it. They know that he lies. Hey, how could they not know? They'd have to be dumb and dumber than dumb. If there's ever been the personification of the devil, if there's anything perfectly the devil, is Trump. He just lies. And these white Christians, which the world needs to take a close look at this. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, the world's greatest rapists, Ghislaine Maxwell, there's never been anybody on planet Earth that has raped as many children and now treat them like they're dogs. They know that. So how does the world respond to this? That these white Christians follow the greatest personification of Satan ever walk upright on planet Earth is Trump. The Bible says that Satan is the father of a lie. Trump is better than Satan as far as, he just lies. He just lies. He steals, and he lies and steals more. And you've got literally millions of white people supporting this man who has raped children. I mean, and you ask them, ask the senators, you ask the congresspersons, you ask the farmers, you ask the people in the country stores in the South and Trump's and MAGA territory, and they'll say he's doing a great job. Not only he lies, but he kills. He robs, he steals, he kills. He kills people. He shoots people, shoots women, he's killing people. He's got a police force out there now that got all the money in the world. He's got some of the dumbest, most stupid, incompetent, repulsive people like Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth. These people are weirdos. And yet these white Christians, I mean, you would have to then look at that they're caught up in the prophecy of Jesus. You'd have to say, these white Christians, you'd have to say, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. I just, I find it even difficult with Jesus that they will support this pedophile. Trump has raped hundreds of young girls, children. He has raped children. Do you understand that? And everybody knows it. Les Wexner was interviewed by members of the Congress last week with his 88-year-old self. Said he had no idea that Epstein was raping children. He said, I didn't know anything about it. I gave him all my money. I told him he was in charge of all my money. He bought planes and islands and investments, but I didn't know he was raping children. I didn't know that. That's what that Les was, and he gets away with it. So you would have to say then that God has cursed these white people, that he has cursed them. People are talking about Trump is sinking in the polls, down to 34%. Trump don't care nothing about the polls, and neither do these white people who support Trump raping these children. They don't care about the polls. That don't mean nothing to them. They still got millions of people. They still have millions of people. They got the government. They run everything. They got to control the money. The Supreme Court said Trump couldn't impose tariffs. He said, tell the Supreme Court to go to hell. A bunch of fools and lapdogs. Call them a bunch of names. Because there is no way that you could get fathers to tell their little girls that Trump's a great president when he has raped children. And that father knows that Trump has raped children. And don't be giving me this bit about you don't show me some proof and whatever. Listen, by the way, there's been over 6 million pages of dossier or information or files of Jeffrey Epstein, right? And those 6 million pages, that the people that read those pages unredacted, many of them lawyers or working for the FBI are called in. They saw the pictures. They actually saw the wording. There's a thing called the FBI called a 302 report, where someone comes in and files a complaint and tells the officer, listen, this is what happened to me. I was raped, I was robbed, I was killed, I was stomped on. All those complaints they got, and not only that, but pictures. I think there was one congressperson that came out of who saw some unredacted pictures of men raping these children, and they turned their stomach. They just couldn't take it. There are literally thousands of Americans right now that have seen the unredacted one. Now they turned the redacted ones over to the public. Thousands and thousands of pages of nothing but black ink. But what about these people that have seen these men that have raped these children? Seen Ghislaine Maxwell that has raped these children. And, the people like Whoopi Goldberg, I think her name shows up in the file. Did she have anything to do? Because she had a lot of lesbian women. You can't tell me that Ghislaine Maxwell, who the reports have been given that actually she was more involved in raping these children than Epstein himself, while he certainly did his part. At any rate, so we're at the tribulation, and Trump is the trigger of the tribulation. It still needs to be clear that these white people and I say white, I could say Japheth, but I think it's more impactful. Sometimes if I say Japheth, it would tend to make white folk feel that I'm not talking about them. But these white people that are screaming and supporting the Tucker Carlsons of the world, the Sean Hannity's, the Laura Ingrams, the Fox News, what's that Waters guy, whatever that, on Fox News and others. Listen, everybody. They know that Trump rapes children. They know that Trump has raped hundreds of children. They know it. Jesse Waters, he knows it. Sean Hannity knows that Trump has raped children. He knows. Laura Ingraham knows it. Janine Pirro knows it. Peter Hegseth knows. They know it. Pam Bondi has seen the children's faces that Trump has raped. Pam Bondi has seen the photos, the videos that Epstein took when Trump was raping those young girls. They've seen it. But God has turned them over to a reprobate mind. We're in a dangerous place. Trump is the trigger of the tribulation. He's the trigger of the tribulation.